Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we worked on getting some more artifacts into our museum. We made this castle bit right here. We got another peaceful mob wing created, which has filled out all the wings of the museum. And we're not done yet. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have more things to come very, very, very soon. So let's quickly get some glow item frames because I actually have a few more things we have to put down in the museum today because I've been gathering a ton more artifacts during live streams. Those of you guys who were there know exactly what I'm talking about. We went around collecting artifacts and check it out. We got so many now. Like just a ludicrously massive amount of artifacts. So look at this. Look at this. We got a whole bunch more artifacts here. We got some papers, we got some mob heads and things, we got some horns, which is actually the last horn. That's the last horn we need to complete our horn collection, because I've been gathering a bunch of these. You can see we got all the types of goat horns, and now, finally, the admire horn, plus the 2 historic horns. Still have room for more if need be. And yeah, things are looking good here. So that's one artifact we're putting down. What else we got to put down here? What else we got to put down here? Mob heads, yes. We got a creeper head and a screaming goat head. Let's see, that's a piglin brute, which we already have. We got some stuff from the Empires, folks. Oh yeah, we got the dragon egg. That's right. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. The dragon egg is ours, thanks to a massive prank that Doc recently played on some of the other hermits, namely Scar and Grian. So yeah, cheers Doc for that. So yeah, we were able to pick up a dragon egg on stream. Let's go up and put down these mob heads right up here. Put the goat head right above the dragon head, and then the charged creeper head right up there, along with some other mob heads which we now have: endermite, warden, polar bear, snowman, parrot, the original Vex head. This is a rare one because we can't get that one anymore since there's the texture changed in 1.19.4. Ravager head, fish head, cat head, horse head. So yeah, things are looking good here. This wall is starting to fill out nicely. If I make my way back down here now, let's see what else we got. Like, just a ridiculous amount of stuff, guys. Just an insane amount of stuff. Right, so we also got some GigaPies merch. We got some of that. Oh yeah, this is the original. Let's put this in the thing. Oh yeah, we got the original Royal Tributes book. Yep, this is a good artifact. We got a ton of king stuff. We'll put that stuff in there in a minute. We got, what else? What else? Right, some Empires stuff, which we are going to rearrange. We also got a bunch of Empires heads, which I've already placed down in here, but I got to rearrange this. I want to redecorate this, but check this out. We got Smallish Beans. We got Scott, Smager, 1995, Mythical, Pixel, Jimmy, Ollie, Shubble, and Fwip. So we now have all the Empires people who came over from the Empires SMP, I believe. At least that's all the heads I could find. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, but we're going to redo this area and add some of the new artifacts we got. But yeah, just an insane amount of stuff. As I'm collecting all these things, I'm reminded that the Hermitcraft Collector's Edition TCG set is currently available on creocards.com. This is a custom set of Hermit cards with unique artwork for each and every Hermit that is available from now until July 30th, after which they may never be available again. Each card is individually acoustically sealed, and they come in 2 varieties, signed and unsigned. You can switch back and forth right here between them. They also come in a nice box and are sealed and shipped in the winter of this year. So hopefully in time for Christmas. So it makes a great Christmas gift for anyone who loves Hermitcraft in your life. But again, creocards.com. Check out the Hermitcraft TCG Collector's Edition. Now, back to the episode. Alright guys, so check out all these artifacts we got here. So first of all, on this side, we got a emerald block from the Castle, created by Royal Decree in October 2022. Next up, we got the Knights of the Round Table early prototype banner from 2022. This was like the initial design for the Knights of the Round Table banner, which was eventually abandoned. But I found this underneath the castle the other day, and it's pretty significant because it was actually never used. But like I said, it was an early prototype, and Ren actually confirmed that on stream for us, so that's awesome. Over here, we got the head of Ren the King. You see we also put down Cleo's boots and put signs up for that. And then Scar's quest, Shard quest to join the Knights of the Round Table. We got that. That was for his audition tape. We then have the original Royal Tributes book, written by Ren the King. So this is actually the original book, as you can see. If we look in here, yeah, this is the first book he wrote about all the quests and things that you can do, and the tribute items, the weekly, daily, and unique quests and things you can go on. So we're going to put that right there for people to read. And I don't think this will affect anything. No, okay. I just had to make sure because we do have the Hot Guy Challenge over here. Right, then we have the Grumbot papers. Let's actually get these glowing. There we go. And we will put these down here. So, at some point, Grumbot told Impulse to remove the king. And the message was, remove king claim. So we're going to put down all of these papers here, because that was a significant development in the history of the king as well. And I think that is it, right? Yeah, that's it for now, at least. So we still have a few slots open, but this thing is starting to fill out really, really nicely. And yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Let's see what else we got. As for the Empires area, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear down everything I've built in here so far. So we're just going to remove these heads, and we're going to build like individual areas for each Empire's member, because in all honesty, they deserve it. And so we're going to make this area super, super cool. We also got to move the Christmas hats for sure, because there's not enough room in here to do what I want to do otherwise with all of the Empire's heads. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at what we've done over here to the Empire's area. Here is what it is looking like. Man, oh man, is this area improved significantly from what it was. So, let's just go through it and take a look. So first of all, we got Hermitopia, a mega farming paradise. Created November 2022. This is meant to represent Hermitopia with all the mega farms we had in there and all the storage and stuff like that. So we got scaffolding, we got copper, we got stone, we got andesite, got the globe on the top of it as well. And yeah, some lighting throughout. Of course, Hermitopia was a huge build created by all the hermits when we went to Empires. Then, of course, we have all the Empire's folks themselves. We got Pixel Riffs, archaeologist of the ancient capital. So you can see we sort of like based his area around his ancient capital archaeology site that he had on Empires. And then we got Fwip, ruler of Gobland, of course, because he lived underground in the cave with all the dripstone and pointed dripstone and stuff. We got Solidarity, aka the Sheriff, top toy of Toontown, of course, no explanation needed here. He was the sheriff, lived in the Mesa area and then the desert. We got Shovel, ruler of the Evermore, lived in the swamp, so we got mud and we got amethyst, we got vines and stuff. Mythical Sausage, ruler of Sanctuary, of course we got pieces of Sanctuary that he brought over. We got some other Hermitcraft artifacts from Mythical as well, the official Sanctuary cookie, replica of the Staff of Sanctuary, and a Happy Holidays from Sausage message as well. So, yeah, that's Sausage's area. We got Scott, Smager 1995, ruler of Chromia, multicolored bit here. And then this is a genuine Chromia banner created by Scott on Hermitcraft in December 2022. And then we got the twisting vines going up to add a little more color. Over here, Smallish Beans, ruler of Stratos with the quartz, because he had a quartz. He was a Greek god on Empires. We got the rare Smallish Beans Secret Santa book, of course, that we found in the Empires area. So this is was Joel's Secret Santa. We got Orion Sound, ruler of the Archipelago. We also have some music discs from Ali. But yeah, he had sort of a sandy beach. He was like a bard on a beach, basically, singing songs and stuff. So yeah, that's what we made his section. And then, of course, we got me, Skulk Fan 135. Remember, guys, spread the souls and spread the Skulk. And so throughout this area, we've put patches of Skulk that are sort of like creeping around, spreading throughout the server. We got a little patch over here. We got a little patch up there. So we got a lot of really good details in here. This area is a lot more interesting, a lot more vibrant, and has a lot more characters. So I am super happy with it. Speaking of improving areas, though, I want to actually improve a few other things about the museum today. One such area I want to improve is actually our front entrance, because as you can see, it's a decent entrance here, but you have this sort of like strange transition up and then up again to the actual inside of the museum. So what I think I want to do, I think I want to just blow out this whole side of the road, bring the road up to us, and that'll sort of like drop the player down a little bit, and also highlight sort of like the grandeur of the museum as you walk in. And also to get rid of this cheap, path here that we have, which is basically, was only basically ever meant to be temporary, so we will just simply remove this and remove this and make ourselves a new entrance here with the road sort of coming in this way, and then we can just go straight up to the museum like that. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, a much improved museum entryway area, which now is even with the road here, which I think looks really nice, and it leads up to the museum quite well. We also got this nice little like flower patch with some of the new pink petals and the torch flowers back here. Plus, yeah, it makes it seem like the buttresses are a little bit higher, although they're actually the same height. We just lowered the first section here by 1 block. So pretty awesome stuff, and yeah, I think it will help out the museum, and does help out the museum quite a bit, so that's fantastic. Alright guys, welcome back. We've now placed down a few more artifacts on the 3rd floor of the museum here. Let's take a look at what those are. First of all, we got the historic Elven Ears set, used from March to May of 2022. These are the Elven Ears that we used and Scar used when we were living in the tree. So those are on display now. Of course, we got the Christmas hats, which we moved up from the Empire section we just completed on the 1st floor down there. So those have moved up here. You guys have already seen the picture plants, of course. We got some rare hermit heads that we found around the server in the last few days. So we got Old Man Cub, we got Pretty Corrales, Construction Worker Scar, and then on this side we have more rare hermit heads. We got Fitness Impulse, we got Orange Haired False, we got Aviator Scar, and we got Spooky Eye Jevon. So those are some cool rare hermit heads. And then here we have some rare Gigalogs merchandise that I found inside of Gigalogs somehow. So yeah, some Gigalogs merchandise that we found. That's pretty cool. Over here we have the Tree of Whimsy, clues leading to the Dragon Boss quest from August 2022. This was were the clues from B-Dub's tree, which led us to fight the dragon and get that big dragon skull that Cleo currently has displayed in her museum. So maybe we could talk to Cleo, get that from her. But those are the clues that we had to help us find the area. Over here we have the mysterious room 237 key found in the Scarland Hotel. Scar says this is cursed, but we'll see. We'll see. Etho's PvP training sword versus Gemini Tay from April 2023. This is when Etho went on his training arc to show that he was indeed, in fact, washed up. So that is his actual battle-used wooden sword, as you can see here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think that is it. Everything else I think you guys have seen so far. But yeah, those are some of the things we've placed down here, and I think they look pretty good in this area now. So that's really cool. We still have a few artifacts still to display. We got to display the bell. We have a Panda Rescue copy. We have the Battlebane copy. And then we have the Derailed Bow. These are all from the charity event we did to support Gamers Outreach in late 2022. But other than that, though, I think we're pretty much set. These are all duplicates. These are all duplicates. Yeah, so let's see if we can find a spot to maybe put these charity things. And also, I want to do something cool with this bell. And I think what we'll do is we'll just come over here, and we're going to remove the conduit, and instead place the bell down. Village bell. Because I want to use this conduit to make something rather unique, something that you may never have seen before, and it involves placing a conduit inside our museum dome up here. Alright everyone, so I went ahead and set up two small demonstrations here to help you better understand how we're going to make a floating active conduit in the game, because it's not something that you have probably seen before, and if you have seen it before, it might have been some time. So I just want to basically refresh your memory on how to do these things, because they're kind of cool. So first of all, we're going to place down some water here. You'll see water flows as normal, everything is all as it should be. Now, if I were to power this sticky piston right here, like so, see it cuts off the water obviously, so the water can't flow, and basically, what's going to happen when I remove this redstone block is the piston will retract, but it'll try to pull the slime blocks here back, but it can't because the slime blocks are attached to the ground, and yeah, there's a lot of ground here, so it can't move it all at once. And so what's going to happen is the piston will retract, but the water will not flow. As you can see, no water flowing. So we're going to use this trick to make floating water and a floating conduit. You can also see this trick in this contraption here. This is a contraption to make floating water. It uses the same principle of the piston can't pull slime blocks, so we just have more pistons essentially. But if I now remove this block and this block, and then just remove all the other blocks, as you can see, voila! Ladies and gentlemen, the floating water block. And this is a real water block, by the way. If you stand in here, you will actually, like, drown, and yeah, it's 100% real, 100% legit. You can do this easily in survival, as you just saw. So, yeah, that's basically what we're going to use, along with the conduit inside of it, to make the floating conduit work, except on a much bigger scale. We actually need like a 3x3, and the tricky part of this is that, you know, you can place blocks like this, but if you place a block under it or beside it, you'll see that, yeah, that actually updates the water, and then it starts to flow yet again. So, yeah, you have to be very careful with this trick, but I think we can pull it off. Let's get inside now and make this thing happen. Okay, first things first, we're making like a little secure area inside of the big dome. You can see it's kind of a cool like location here to look out of. Kind of an awesome like observatory area, and so the hope is like people can swim up here and then like look out. I think will be kind of a cool thing. But anyways, first things first, placing down dirt so that water doesn't flow down. We've already placed down like some dirt down there around the area as a precaution so that water doesn't destroy any of our carpets. Do we have any more dirt? We do not. May have to go get some more dirt. Now that we got our floor sort of in here, it's now time to go ahead and open up the top portion. So what I want is I want the glass here to be broken, and it's going to instead be a prismarine wall in here, which is going to hold up the conduit, floating conduit bit. And then we can come down, and we'll place down some prismarine bricks. We need 5 across, just like in a normal conduit. There we go, 5 across, 5 across, and then we're going to come down to here, to here, to here, and then we can place our actual conduit right in there. Now we need to get a bunch of water, so I got 1 water bucket here, but I'll need to get a few more. We're going to place one directly over this. And actually, you know what, we're going to also waterlog the conduit in here. So let me go grab a few more water buckets. Okay, and I think, alright, I think this one should do it, and the conduit should turn on. Once it recognizes there's water, yes, there we go. Sweet, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Alright, so, now we need to get out our pistons and our slime and stuff, and we also have to make sort of a secondary floor here, which is going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can manage it. Alright guys, so we've added some prismarine walls here, just for like cool effect. It's going to look kind of like a claw coming from the roof. But then we've added these pistons. So these pistons are going to basically pull these slime blocks you see here, but they're going to fail to do so since we have some crying obsidian here. So that's going to make air blocks in effectively these spots in front of the piston. Right here on this side, and then right here on this side. Then we're going to basically do the same thing with this piston and this piston on this side. So let's go ahead and get this done. We will break in here like so. We're gonna power this. Break, break, break. And you'll see this is now clear of water. Fantastic. That's a good sign. Now we do the exact same thing on the opposite side. We're going to fill this gap in here and here. So we come over this way. Fill this guy in. Boom, boom, boom. Break, break, break. Alright. And so now we should have... Yes. Clear spot here. As you can see. That's great. So now we have to get these pistons done, basically. So let's see how we're going to do that. So I think the way to do that, we can let this fall here, straight down. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just make like a little thing here to catch the water. And then we'll try and pull it back with a... Let's see. We can actually get rid of these obsidian here as well. There we go. Let's actually do it like this. Let's do it like this and like this. And we will break this one and then try and retract it. So water will flow down. We'll break this piston and then pull it back. And yeah, it doesn't flow anymore. Let's go. Okay, so that one's done. Very good. Now we have to do this one on this side. We can also get rid of this crying obsidian. There we go. It's a very delicate process, so you got to be a little bit careful with it. But on this side, we'll do the same thing. So we'll do this bit. We'll break this, allowing water to flow. And then we'll go block here. So it can no longer pull this way. So then we just power this guy from the back here. Like that. And you'll see now no water is flowing. We break this. Very good. Okay, so now we're almost done with this thing. So check this out. If we break all this stuff around here, we now have a situation. Where's my stuff at? Here. We now have a situation where effectively everything is good to go except the central block. So you can see it is still active and everything is still like up like that. It's kind of cool. We can break all these pistons now. All this can be broken. This. There we go. So yeah, you can see we can actually break this. And so now the only block that's holding everything up is the central slime block right here. Everything else can be effectively taken down. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so now what we want to have is we want to have a water column here that extends down to just above the bell here. So that players can parkour to the top of this, right, via the trapdoors. Jump onto the bell, ring the bell actually. Jump onto the bell, and then swim up. So we want the water column that comes down here to basically be on this block right there. That's what we're aiming for. So we gotta make a bunch of piston stuff here, effectively, to make that happen. So let's just go ahead and make that a thing. Alright guys, I think we're now ready to go. Let's do this thing. We're gonna drop the water in by breaking that. So water should go straight in here. Very good. Okay, and now we should just break both of these. 1, 2, and that should be it. I think we have now done it. Let's just see. Let's move all these. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. Okay. We don't have anything next to anything, right? Yeah, I can break all this. Get it out of here. It's looking like we're good to go. I think we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this obsidian out of here and see if we can jump up. I think we can. Oh, baby. How cool is this? How cool is this? Alright, so we make it to the top, right? You get up here onto this, jump here, and up into the conduit. Oh, man. How sweet is that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, here we have it. The gravity-defying conduit sitting up there beautifully. We also decorated it a little bit more, added a few more walls, some end rods for some lighting, and it looks super cool at night. And that is how you basically make the floating conduit. You don't actually have to have anything else besides the blocks here to make the conduit active. All these other things are just like superficial. We also put some prismarine up there to basically attach it to the top bit, but I think it looks really cool, and I love the fact that you can, like, once you're on this, you can sort of like climb up it like so, right? So you go up the side, along the edge here, you can ring the bell, and then jump up, and you're into the conduit area. You can get up close and personal with the conduit. Look how cool this looks. And then you can just basically fall off the edge, bounce up to another floor, and yeah, there you go. That is the gravity-defying conduit, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope that was a cool thing, and maybe you learned something new that you can do in Minecraft in your own worlds. But not only is this really cool, I got something else really cool that we're going to do now that is going to be actually involving these TFC memorials up here on the second floor. So the TFC memorials, these were made to commemorate the unfortunate passing of our good friend and fellow hermit TFC. The way these work, if you're unaware, is that if you try and put out the flame in any way, like this, you'll see the flame just comes back every single time. And this works regardless if you use a shovel or if you use a bucket. So you could leave this here, but as soon as you remove it, it comes back on. Same thing if you have a splash water bottle. Splash it, comes back on. Doesn't matter, you can't put it out. And so, yeah, we've made these two memorials here to him, so that's fantastic. But we're going to, I think, for this space here, we're going to basically put down some charity event stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate both of these into one memorial here with two campfires. These are modular, so they shouldn't have any problem putting these in together. You can see sort of how it works here. Just basically, yeah, observers. Then there's some dispensers with flint and steel here. Of course, with Unbreaking 3. And so I'll just basically move this campfire over and make this thing 2 blocks wide. The idea here is that we're expanding the TFC memorial to make sure we're still honoring TFC, but also providing additional room for additional things, including a chair, which I need to go out to the charity live stream area to figure out a chair that we can move into this section. So we made our way out to the charity live stream area, went through the portal. Unfortunately, it was night, so we had to sleep, but we eventually looked around and found a chair that we think is suitable for the museum. It's a very expensive chair with beacons and ancient debris, but I think it fits the whole vibe we're going for in the museum, and also, most importantly, its size is physically enough to actually fit where I need it to fit. So that is the chair we're going for with the beacons and the debris. And while I was doing this, Jevin also stopped by while I was recreating the chair and things. Basically, he had something that he wanted us to see. He said it was urgent and that it was very, very valuable. So, of course, I indulged him. Let's go see it. We went out to a mountain biome far away, and this is what happened.
All right, Cub. Are you ready for the best discovery of your entire life?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm talking it up. I really hope that it lives to the appropriateness of it. Okay. Yep. We got to go kind of sketchy cave stuff now. So let's jump down here.
All right.
Got to go down. Probably just go down a little bit further. Probably land right here.
Popping a knife there.
All right. So we're going to go through the water here.
All right.
I'm pretty bad at lighting up caves. So.
Kind of an adventure here, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not even done yet. Get rid of these guys.
Very good.
Gotta kill the creepers. All right. So, we come down.
Yep.
And go through here. All right.
Yep.
Tons of mobs. Let's not die.
Yeah.
I'm apparently really bad at bringing torches, you know? It's okay. It's okay. Guys, I hate to say it, Cub, but I'm taking all your diamonds today, my guy.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see what this is.
Okay. So, in this room,
this will be good. Yeah.
I've got a little bit of a display over here for you that I need you to feel free to remove that at your leisure. Feel free to break the bottom block.
Okay.
Get ready.
Aha!
You might want to move the rest of them. There you go. All right. So a little backstory. We're on stream. We're flying around. Oh, I'm getting attacked. We're on stream. We're flying around, just looking for cool stuff. I happen upon this cave, dig through here, and find 2 deep slate emeralds next to each other.
Sheesh.
So for the people that don't understand the rarity of this, emeralds by themselves don't spawn in packs like normal ores do. They actually spawn in singularity. It's really rare, right? So the fact that I found 2 of them together as the rarest ore in the game is kind of crazy. I don't know what the odds of that are, but
yeah,
it's
that's
wild.
pretty rare. That's pretty rare, man. That's pretty rare.
I don't know.
Believe it or not, I need a deep slate emerald for my all ores collection. So, Jev, we're gonna pay you out here, man. We're gonna pay you out.
All right, this is what I came here for.
All right. Let me see what we got. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Yeah. How about that?
Not gonna go in my signal. Come on.
All right. A little bit more.
Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap.
About that? Huh?
Just a little bit more. More.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Take a rank. There we go.
There we go.
I think that's perfectly fair. Perfect.
Right.
So actually, another funny thing about this cave, I actually found a 3rd one in here too. So that trip yielded 4 deep slate emeralds.
Sheesh.
3 of them from this single cave. So
good lord.
Somebody in the comments of one of our videos, please do the math on this because crazy, man. This
is pretty rare. I think sometimes you can get this, but it's like extremely rare just because it's like the way that ore generates could sometimes overlap, but man.
Yeah, because I know that the percentage of the deep slate ore is like it's limited to mountain biomes. On top of that, you know, like it has to spawn within a specific area, and then again, emeralds don't really spawn next to each other, so finding 2 is pretty crazy.
Yep. Very limited area for it to even possibly happen, and the fact that you found it, phenomenal, Jev. Good job, man. Good job.
I know, right? Out here just making diamonds for the museum.
This is insane. Thanks so much, man. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say a big thank you to iJevin for not finding us 1, but 2 deep slate emerald ores. That is phenomenal, and I am super excited. We paid a lot of diamonds for this, specifically because this is the last ore that we need to complete our collection, and there we go. Collection complete. We now have all minerals in item form, all the blocks of the minerals, all the deep slate form of the minerals, all the regular form of the minerals, and for those that have raw forms like copper, iron, and gold, we got all the items and blocks of those, plus some extra ones for gold because there are a lot of gold ways to get gold in the game. But that is a really nice collection now. Really super fancy, super colorful, and I'm really digging the way it looks. I feel like we might need to put like all minerals and banners across the top here. That could be kind of cool, just to make it obvious what it is and what it's displaying. But I think people get the gist here. So that's really great. Let's go ahead and put down this other deep slate emerald ore in our ender chest, and let's talk some other stuff. But I do dig that collection. It's very near and dear to my heart because we are actually the current world record holder for obtaining all the minerals in the game without using structures. So yeah, that is something that's very near and dear to my heart. But let's head up to the 2nd floor because we got some other stuff that we've been working on up here. As I said I was going to do, we have now consolidated the TFC Eternal Flame Memorial, a flame that never dies. So if we now right click with the shovel on either one of these, putting out the flame, just pops right back up. Doesn't matter which one it is. Pops right back up. Same thing happens if you have a splash water bottle, let's say. Boom. Comes right back on, baby. Never gives up. Never goes out. It's awesome. So yeah, that has now been consolidated, and we'll keep this as it is here. Also, we've added the Hermitcraft charity live stream section. Of course, we have the recreation of the historic chair from charity stream in November 2022. Feels pretty awesome to sit on this chair, not gonna lie. Lots of power on this chair with the debris and the beacons right here. We have some signs as well, telling some details about the live stream, how much money raised, what it did. We have the original charity live stream bed right here, which, yeah, this I just nabbed it from the area. We have some game-used items. Whoops, look out, that is some text. We have some game-used items. The derailed bow. This was from Impulse's game. with the minecarts. This is the horse armor from the horse race. Then we got some books here. We have Dunk Tank's book, which I moved from down below. So that freed up a spot down there, which we'll get to in a moment. But this is Dunk Tank's book. We got Scar's Panda Rescue. We got the Ethos Battlebane book. So that basically forms our live stream section. So nice little section here. And we kind of also made like a little like room type thing here before the window, because we wanted to keep this window open because, yeah, it's a great view out there. So remember just a moment ago when I said that the Dunk Tank 2 book here was actually initially down on the first floor? Well, since it's now up here in this Hermitcraft charity livestream section, we can now do something with that old area, which is close to the Crassel build we made last time. So I've actually started something here. You can see we've actually dug upwards almost into the screaming goat pen area here above us. And this is actually going to be what I'm calling the Total Chaos Simulator. I thought it would be awesome to have like a simulation of Total Chaos, the most chaotic game ever created in survival Minecraft, here inside the museum. Mostly because we have the banner right here, and mostly because it's going to be awesome. So here's how I imagine it working. So you can see we have some honey blocks down here. This is because the actual floor of Total Chaos is honey. And it's usually covered by, we got some snow layers here. So it'll be like this. And the idea is that in this area, we're going to basically place down some powdered snow in front of dispensers. Is this starting to sound familiar? Then we're going to place some fireworks rockets into the dispensers. And then whenever you step in here and then press a button on this wall here, not only will you be hit by dripstone falling from above, but you'll also be shot with fireworks from the side, simulating Total Chaos. That is, assuming that you don't step into the powdered snow and start to freeze first. So it'll be a pretty remarkably accurate simulation of Total Chaos, considering it has to fit in like a 2x5x7 space. So we're actually, for this, going to use a new block in 120, and that is this. The calibrated skulk sensor. You can see it's actually detecting vibrations from the screaming goat above right now, but the cool thing about this is that it can actually be calibrated to pick up only certain things. So let me show you how the calibrated skulk sensor is being used in this contraption. So the calibrated skulk sensor is back here, right there, and we've waterlogged it so it doesn't make any noise, but we also are feeding into it a lectern, signal from a lectern with the book here set to 10 power. So basically that means that the skulk sensor will only detect what we want it to detect, and in this case it's a button press we want it to detect, so that's why we fed in 10. Once it does detect that, it then sends a signal to these comparators on the sides of this, which goes into some observers, which then goes into a note block, which goes to another observer, which activates the dispensers that shoot the fireworks, and on the right side here, it keeps going up to a piston, which then cuts off the dripstone, sort of like this, where you have, dripstone hanging from above. The piston cuts off the top one, the bottom one falls, and ultimately, hopefully, slays the player. So that's how this thing works. We also have the wool occlusion to basically not detect any, block changes down here. So let's go up and we will get this thing going, see if it works. You can see what it looks like over here. And you can see the redstone line up here. This is the dispenser that shoots the fireworks. And we also added underneath here, let's see if I have an empty bucket somewhere. Yeah. Underneath here we even added magma blocks too. So that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and set our spawn. We'll set it right over here so we don't have to travel too far if we do indeed die. I think that set it. Yep. Okay. And then we'll fly back. Let's put our stuff away somewhere. Let's see if I have an empty shulker box anywhere. This one is actually empty because we put down pretty much all of our artifacts now. So let's just dump everything off. Hopefully we got enough space. No, we do not. Alright, let's try this one. This one's kind of empty. There we go. Put the rest in here, I guess. Get all of our armor off. There we go. And the coolest thing about this is that this is actually resettable on its own. The dripstone regrows, albeit extraordinarily slowly. But it does work. So here we go. So everything is off. We got nothing here. So if we stand here, press the button, bam. Annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. That's awesome. All right. That is so cool. All right. And then I'm sure it looks pretty good too. If you hit this. Yeah, it looks pretty good as well. We'll put in different colors too, I think, because it kind of blends in with the red and white here, but not bad. Not bad. Total Chaos Simulator, the latest attraction in the museum. So I think with that, everyone, we're going to call it an episode for today. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, this Total Chaos Simulator, hopefully we'll get a few people throughout the time the museum is open here. I also want to do more with the calibrated skulk sensor. There's a lot more potential things we can do with this in the near future. Including some things which I think I mentioned earlier, but I didn't necessarily get to today. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, all that stuff. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.